Hello, my little love. Did you have a good day today? I hope something made you smile. Now take a slow breath, relax your shoulders, and let your mind get soft and quiet. It's time for a gentle bedtime story. In the very beginning, before there were people or animals or even trees, before the sun rose in the morning, or the moon glowed at night, there was only emptiness and quiet. And in that quiet emptiness, something wonderful began to happen. Slowly, gently, like a flower opening its petals one by one, the first being came into existence. Her name was Gaia, and she was the earth itself. Gaia wasn't like you or me. She didn't have arms and legs that she could see, or a face that looked back at her from a mirror. Instead, Gaia was everything. She was the ground beneath where the ground would be. She was the valleys waiting to be formed and the mountains dreaming of rising up. She was soil and stone and all the sleeping potential of what the world could become. When Gaia first became aware of herself, she felt very peaceful but also very alone. She could feel herself existing, solid and real, but there was nothing else around her. No sound but the sound of her own slow, deep breathing, like the earth sighing. No movement but the gentle settling of her own form as she became more and more real with each passing moment. Gaia thought to herself, in the way that the earth thinks, which is slow and deep and patient, I am here, and that is wonderful. But I would like to create something beautiful. I would like to fill this emptiness with life and light and growing things. I would like to not be alone anymore. So Gaia began to dream. And because she was so powerful and ancient and full of creative energy, her dreams began to come true. As she dreamed of the sky came into being above her, vast and blue and endless. She named the sky Uranus, and he became her companion, stretching above her like a great dome, protecting and sheltering her. Gaia and Uranus loved each other in the gentle way that the earth and sky love each other. They were different but they belonged together. Uranus would send down soft rain that would soak into Gaia's soil. Gaia would send up mist and clouds that would drift through Uranus's vast expanse. Together, they created the air that would one day be breathed by all living things. As time passed, and time moved very slowly in those ancient days when the world was new, Gaia and Uranus had children. These children were called Titans, and they were mighty and powerful, but also kind and curious. Each Titan was different, with their own special gifts and interests. There was Oceanus, who became the great ocean that wrapped around the edges of the world, his waters deep and mysterious and full of possibility. There was Tethys, who became the rivers and streams and springs, her waters flowing and babbling with gentle music. There was Hyperion, who glowed with light and became the father of the sun and moon and dawn. There was Thea, who sparkled like gems and gave the world its precious stones and treasures. There was Themis, who was wise and fair and understood about justice and balance. There was Mnemosyne, who remembered everything that had ever happened, holding all memories safe in her mind like treasures in a box. There was Phoebe, who was as bright and calm as moonlight. There was Koios, who thought deep thoughts and pondered the mysteries of the universe. And there were others too, each one special and important in their own way. Gaia loved all her children dearly, and she was so proud of them. She would watch them grow and learn and explore the new world that was forming around them. She would listen to their laughter, which sounded like wind chimes in a gentle breeze. She would feel their footsteps as they walked across her surface, and each step felt like a kiss. But there were two titans who were especially dear to Gaia's heart. Their names were Rhea and Cronus. Rhea was gentle and nurturing, with a smile that felt like sunshine breaking through clouds after a spring rain. She loved to care for things and help them grow. Cronus was strong and thoughtful, always planning and organizing and trying to make sure everything worked smoothly. As more time passed, Rhea and Cronus fell in love with each other, just as Gaia and Uranus had. And just as Gaia had created children, Rhea and Cronus had children too. These children were gods, the gods who would one day watch over all aspects of the world. Gaia was delighted to be a grandmother. She loved each of these new young gods with all her heart. There was Hestia, who was warm and welcoming and would one day tend the hearth fires in every home. There was Demeter, who loved plants and growing things and would one day make the harvest plentiful. There was Hera, who was regal and protective and would one day watch over families. There was Hades, who was quiet and thoughtful and would one day care for the deep, restful places beneath the earth. There was Poseidon, who was wild and free and would one day rule the seas with joy and power. And there was Zeus, the youngest, who was clever and brave and would one day become the king of all the gods. Gaia watched over all her children and grandchildren with love. During the day, she would feel them moving across her surface, building and creating and learning. During the night, she would feel them rest, curling up in safe places to sleep and dream. And always, always, Gaia held them safe, supporting them, providing everything they needed. She gave them soil to stand on, solid and firm beneath their feet. She gave them mountains to climb, with peaks that touched the sky and valleys that cradled clear lakes. She gave them forests, filled with tall trees whose leaves whispered secrets in the wind. She gave them meadows, soft with grass and bright with wildflowers that nodded their heads when the breeze blew by. Gaia filled her surface with wonders. She created stones of every color, from the palest pink quartz to the deepest black obsidian. She created sand for beaches, tiny grains that sparkled in the sunlight and felt cool and smooth when you ran them through your fingers. She created clay for river banks, soft and moldable, perfect for creating things. She made caves deep underground, secret places that were cool and quiet, where water dripped slowly and made music like a lullaby. She made hot springs where warm water bubbled up from deep below, soothing and healing. She made precious metals like gold and silver that gleamed and shone, hidden in veins of rock, waiting to be discovered like presents waiting to be opened. But Gaia's greatest gift was yet to come. As she watched her children and grandchildren living on her surface, she had an idea. They are wonderful, she thought, but they are so few. I would like to create more life, smaller life. Life that fills every corner of my surface with movement and growth and beauty. So Gaia began to dream again, and from her dreams came plants. First came the mosses, soft and green like tiny carpets that spread across stones and made them look velvet. Then came the grasses, with their straight stalks and feathery tops that bent and swayed like dancers. Then came flowers of every imaginable color and shape, some tall and some small, some bright and some pale, each one perfect in its own way. She created trees that grew slowly but strong, their roots reaching deep into her soil like fingers holding on tight. Their branches reaching high into the sky like arms stretched toward the sun. She created bushes and shrubs and vines, creating layers of green that made the world feel lush and alive. And then Gaia created animals. She started with the smallest ones, the insects that buzzed and crawled and flew. She made beetles with shiny shells, butterflies with wings like stained glass windows, and bees that hummed as they flew from flower to flower. She made ants that worked together in organized lines, and ladybugs with their cheerful red and black spots. Then she made birds, filling the sky with wings and songs. Some birds sang melodies so beautiful they could make you cry happy tears. Some birds soared high on the wind without flapping their wings at all. Some birds were bright and colorful like flying rainbows, and some were soft and brown like the earth itself. She created animals that walked on four legs, gentle deer that moved through forests like shadows. Rabbits that hopped across meadows with their cottontail bouncing, foxes that were clever and quick, and bears that were strong but surprisingly gentle. She created animals that lived in the water, fish that glittered silver as they swam, dolphins that leapt and played, turtles that carried their homes on their backs. Every creature was designed with love and care. Every creature had a purpose and a place in the great web of life that Gaia was weaving. And Gaia watched over them all, feeling their tiny heartbeats like gentle drumming against her surface. Hearing their songs and calls and chirps as a symphony that filled her with joy. But Gaia knew that something was still missing. All these living things needed to rest, just as she sometimes needed to rest. They needed a time to stop their busy activity, to close their eyes, to let their bodies relax and repair themselves. They needed sleep, so Gaia created night. She worked together with Uranus, the sky, to make sure that after each bright day came a gentle, peaceful night. As the sun set and darkness softly covered the land, Gaia would prepare for sleep. She would grow very quiet and still. The wind would slow to a whisper. The birds would settle into their nests. The animals would find their dens and burrows. During the night, Gaia would enter a special kind of sleep, a sleep that was also a kind of working. While she slept, she would send energy down into the roots of all her plants, helping them grow. She would shift and settle herself ever so slightly, making herself more comfortable. She would dream of the next day and all the life that would continue to unfold on her surface. The gods noticed that Gaia would become very still and quiet at night, and they understood that she was resting. They loved her so much and wanted her to sleep peacefully. So they created a special routine to help Gaia rest. Selene, the goddess of the moon, would drive her silver chariot across the night sky, casting gentle light that wasn't too bright, just enough to see by if you needed to, but soft enough not to keep anyone awake. The stars would come out, twinkling like friendly eyes watching over the sleeping world. Hypnos, the gentle god of sleep, would drift across the land like a warm, comfortable fog, touching each creature with his calming presence. Where he passed, eyelids would grow heavy and breathing would slow and deepen. Morpheus, the god of dreams, would follow behind, bringing pleasant dreams to all who slept. The gods would whisper to each other, speaking in voices as soft as falling leaves, careful not to disturb Gaia's rest. They would tiptoe across her surface, their footsteps as light as butterfly wings landing on flowers. They understood that Gaia worked hard all day, holding them up, providing for them, creating beauty and abundance. She deserved her rest. And during those peaceful nights, while Gaia slept and dreamed, something magical would happen. The seeds that had fallen during the day would begin to sprinkle roots down into the soil. The buds on the trees would grow a tiny bit larger, preparing to open. The baby animals that had been born would grow stronger. Everything was preparing for the next day. When morning came and the sun began to rise, painting the sky in colors of pink and gold and lavender, Gaia would wake slowly. She would take a deep breath, and all across her surface, the world would seem to breathe with her. The flowers would open their petals to greet the sun. The birds would begin their morning songs. The deer would step out of the forest to graze in the meadows. Gaia would stretch, in the way that the earth stretches, with tiny movements that no one could really see but everyone could feel. She would feel refreshed and ready for a new day of holding and supporting and nurturing all the life that depended on her. And then the cycle would begin again. All day, there would be activity and growth and the busy hum of living. And then, as the sun set, there would be the gradual quieting, the settling down, the preparation for rest. Night would come, gentle and kind, wrapping the world in soft darkness like a blanket. This rhythm became the heartbeat of the world, day and night, waking and sleeping, activity and rest. And at the center of it all was Gaia, the patient, loving earth, who held everything and everyone with infinite care. Even now, thousands and thousands of years later, Gaia is still here. She is the ground beneath your feet when you walk outside. She is the soil in the garden where vegetables grow. She is the mountains you might see in the distance and the beaches where waves wash up on the sand. She is the forests and the meadows and the deserts and the plains. She is everywhere, always, holding everything and everyone. And every night, Gaia still sleeps. When you go to bed and close your eyes, the earth is resting too. The plants are resting, gathering energy for tomorrow's growth. The animals are resting, curled up in safe, warm places. Even the rocks and soil are resting in their own way, settling and dreaming their slow, ancient dreams. Gaia's sleep is deep and peaceful because she knows that everything is as it should be. She knows that the sun will rise again in the morning. She knows that her plants will continue to grow. She knows that her animals will wake and continue their lives. She knows that the gods watch over everything with love. And she knows that you, little one, are safe and cared for, tucked into your bed, ready for your own peaceful rest. When you sleep, you are joining in the great rest that happens every night. You are sleeping alongside Gaia herself, breathing together with the earth, dreaming together with all of nature. You are part of this ancient rhythm that has been going on since the very beginning of the world. And just as Gaia wakes each morning feeling refreshed and ready to care for all living things, you will wake tomorrow morning feeling rested and ready for a new day. You will wake to birdsong and sunshine, to the smell of breakfast cooking, to all the wonderful possibilities that a new day brings. But for now, rest. Let your body sink into your mattress the way the earth settles into itself. Let your breathing slow and deepen like the wind calming at the end of the day. Let your thoughts drift away like clouds moving slowly across the sky. Let yourself fall into sleep the way night falls across the land, gently and naturally and peacefully. Gaia is sleeping beneath you, holding you safe. The moon is watching over you, casting its gentle silver light. The stars are twinkling like tiny night lights in the sky. The whole world is at rest, and you are part of that rest, connected to everything, held by everything, loved by everything. Sleep now, little one, sleep like the earth sleeps, deep and peaceful and full of dreams. Sleep knowing that you are safe and loved and exactly where you belong. Sleep and grow and prepare for tomorrow, when you will wake to a world full of beauty and wonder, all held and cared for by Gaia, the gentle Mother Earth, who has been here since the beginning and will be here forever, always holding you, always loving you, always keeping you safe. You did well today, my little love. Now let your eyes grow heavy, and let the night wrap around you like a soft blanket. Sleep well, sweet dreams, and rest deeply.